Welcome everybody to Big Braids Crypto. I'm your host, Mr. Big Braids, coming to you live from a reservation somewhere. We're gonna jump right into BTC. We'll do a few random coins before the day's out. I know it's at 11:54, but fresh from the woods, and we'll get this show on the way. Well, looking at the BTC chart, we talked about this morning. BTC is looking a bit dippy. Still, 54,000 is looking pretty good. We started this November scenario starting around, the 9th of, the beginning of this month here. And, we're looking at the 21st here. December's getting pretty close. And, as far as the correction goes, I'm looking for any part right here for as far as BTC's next move. We're getting pretty close. It's been correcting for quite some time now, and a correction to the upside would be pretty awesome right now. But we just got to keep an eye on BTC, see what it's doing. So just by the looks of it, going into this morning, it's still looking dippy to me. BTC does whatever the hell it wants still on the regular, so we always got to keep that in mind. Just could be in a few hours now, and we get one of these, but it's still looking to drop down. Another. I'm still looking at 54,000. That'd be a decent correction for the end of the month, especially if looking towards that BTC Q4 extension, keeping that bull run going for just at least a little bit longer, which would be pretty nice, and give a chance for some more accumulation. But this is not financial advice, and these are my views and opinions on the market, and you always got to do what's right for you. But yeah, 54,000, still looking for that. We'll take a couple look at a few coins here. I know we had ASM pulled up earlier. Everybody's still been, taking a look at that, and it looks like, basically did what it was going to do this morning. We had talked about that. It's going to come up and, it basically checked the 618, came back down, hit the 786, went for it again at the 618, and then got rejected again. So, we're looking to get some pullback here. From here, is it going to get some sideways action? And then, depending on what BTC does, the BTC, just like we're saying, it's looking a little bit dippy. I still got this 10 on the table here as far as ASM. And, with this rejection here, bringing it back under the 786 line, you possibly see some action like this, and then another, little sell off to 10, get a little bit of consolidation, and then then after that we'll get a good rocket going out of there. By then that should be if you looking at BTC, that it could be weeks, could be days, could be any time for that correction, and let's just all hope that it goes to that upside, because we don't want it to go any lower than that, because that'll basically get it into a severely bearish area. So let's just keep looking to that bullish upside, and just keep an eye on BTC. NKN's at 53 now. Basically, set up that scenario yesterday. We, doing a little crawl upward crawl, which, basically here comes that dip we talked about this morning. There it is. Is that really, it sure looks like a sale. People could argue that's a higher low, for one of these little launches here. Get rid of some of this junk on here, that way we can really take a look at everything. But yeah, just setting up basically the same as BTC. BTC's got the same, see, look, as you can tell, a lot of them with that BTC pair, really, you could just watch BTC, look at these coins, and boom, there's setting up the same stuff. So wherever BTC's going, this coin's going for now, unless it gets that FU money, and then things get going. But yeah, actually was looking for a double bottom on this one, 49 cents for a double bottom on that 786, and then for the rocket up. So I'm still looking for this 45 scenario as far as if once BTC gets down, and it's getting pretty close, people, and got to start looking towards wherever you're getting your game plan going. Start looking at what projects are going to get you going. For those of you that are just started, you know, you got to get that game plan going before it starts really going, because you know, once BTC starts heading towards 100,000, a lot of these coins are going to start taking off. So accumulation is getting to be that, you know, critical point as far as I'm looking at it. But you know, like I always say, got to do what's right for you. So you got a game plan, do your game plan. If you guys still got some coin, throw. You know, we did add a few coins the other day. So whatever anybody else wants to look at, make sure you comment it, and we'll throw it up on the board. Let's see what else we got on here. Let's take a look at Gala. Gala's still looking pretty strong. Looks like it hit that resistance. You know, we were hoping for that 50 the other day. 50 cents was pretty close to getting tagged. You know, I put that 50 cents up there. We hit 49 cents, which is actually really pretty close to where it was going to hit. And then, you know, and then we had that rejection off, and then, you know, it came back down, had a little bit of pullback. Looks like it's, you know, hit off that 786 line, came back through that 618 line. And, you know, I just like, I'm still seriously, you know, the sale on Gala would probably bring it down. I was still looking for some decent prices at, like, you know, 26 cents, and you know, even as low as 22 cents. But that's a sale that I would look for right there, especially on Gala, because it's going pretty good. And you know, I would love to get on Gala before, before it gets basically leaves us behind here. You know, I mean, once we start hitting past this 50 cent mark, then you know, this looks like it's probably just going to keep going. And as far as Galax Games goes, it looks like it's a pretty awesome project. I mean, the graphics and everything are pretty cool. I mean, just the setup in general of everything. You know, as long as the site looks pretty cool, a lot of people invest in a lot of stuff that looks really cool, and you know, all the stuff looks pretty amazing. So I wouldn't mind getting in on some of this Gala here as well. You know, it's one of the setups, just like you know, we had a hero coin up here. You know, this one's, you know, basically one of the same projects. They're working on the same area, you know, all in that metaverse area. So pretty interesting stuff. Still looking for, you know, this one. These projects are just now, you know, startups and stuff. So we just got to keep an eye on them, see where they're going. But, you know, they have potential to really get some gas going. So keep an eye on those. Those are some new coins that are coming out. Let's take a look. Looks like Shiba might be getting some love. Still doing some consolidation here, it looks like. And, yeah, you know, could be that test here, and you know, we talked about that. And as far as, you know, Shiba's being Shiba, I guess we'll just see what happens with this. I just keep Shiba on the chart. It's just, you know, a lot of times it just goes quiet for so long, and then out of nowhere, you have like a big, you know, giga pump and giga candle that goes off, and you know, it's the luck of the draw with Shiba. So I mean, that's just Shiba for it. So keeps looking pretty good. It's got 71 cents up there. Looks like it's, you know, it's still hanging in there, you know, but still it's basically got that pair with BTC as we were talking about earlier. As you can see, that same setup there. So whatever BTCs get ready to do, a lot of these coins are going to start following it. So you can see that pair up like that. So go back to BTC, same setup, you know, as far as the, you know, the pattern goes. So, you know, like, let's take a look at Link here. Link here is probably, so you got the same setup there. As you can tell, got that crawly upwards. So looking for a sale on Link. You know, Link's, as far as Link goes, I'm still looking for 24. That's usually where, you know, as just looking at the patterns of where they go, 24 has always been on there. And, you know, that's what it always falls back to for a good, you know, low buy-in for Link. You know, that's what I'd be looking for right there. You know, for some of this, and then up. So once we start hitting those upside, you know, pumps to the upside, then we'll just we'll start throwing some fib lines down and looking for some points for you know, the next leg up. DNT is just one of those little market caps that I always keep an eye on. So you know, you hear about that. You know, it's always good to have a few horses that you keep on the sideline just to take a look at. So I mean, it has some potential to take off. You know, DNT, it's just one of the last projects on Coinbase that, just like, you know, the ASM project. DNT, you don't really get a lot of news, but if they ever were to come out with anything, I'm sure it would probably do pretty good. But It's a, it's cheap and low market cap is what I look for. So especially nowadays, now, it, excuse me, now towards the end of the cycle, because once BTC goes, a lot of these coins will just go. And uh, but like these bigger projects that already have like the billion market caps and stuff, like most of that's just basically steady growth, 2x or even a possible 4x on those. But DNT's got a great potential for 10x on that one. But but that's just my opinion on it too. So but DNT's looking pretty good. It's been steadily holding at 17. Just with the dips and everything like that and the bearish November, I would have thought it would already went to 14, but it's still sitting at 17. So 17 is pretty good. Farm's down to 128. As low as farm is right now at 128, I this 90 mark right here would probably be pretty awesome for a good rally, especially with farm. Farm's only got like 10,000 coins, so I keep farm on there because I you can see that sucker going really fast to, even 10,000, like real quick. You see some of these coins like launch way up there, and that's just one of those coins that I just put up there. That's, what ifs, that's just one of those, because it actually did rally when it first came out, and, it got up to heights unknown there for a little while. So, but, that's just one of those lucky ones that came along. So, that one's just always up on the board there. Scale looks like it's down 6 points. Still got the same setup with BTC. It's looking kind of dippy as well. So I don't know. For those of you that are in scale, WCFG is down to 143, and as you can tell, still got that basic setup. Pretty looking pretty dippy right there. Let's see what else we got. Rari's actually under 19. QNT's at 220. Still looking for a decent price at 190 again. For its, it's always had pretty decent support at 190. Between 185, 190, and so for some decent accumulation on QNT, those are the prices that I'm looking for as far as that. ETH looks to be down. Let's see, 4202. And as far as that, I don't even want to talk about gyen. For those of you that are still talking about, sending questions about gyen, that's just a horrible deal all the way around. And I'm just gonna go and take that sucker off right now. That it's below what it's worth right now. So let's go ahead and just take that off there. I had enough of the gyen. So. But yeah, that's quick update for y'all. We'll get another update for y'all tomorrow, and hope you guys had an awesome weekend. And Monday's coming. The market's going to be open, and well, let's see what happens. Into tomorrow evening and such. So y'all have a good evening, and Mr. Big Braids is signing out.